results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. We'll kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Here's the handoff. At the 45 on his way. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Right back to the well. At the 35, he's loose. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Back to throw, it's Flagway. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. And they're able to get him down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Complete on third down. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. Using the quick game. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The pass play they hoped would spread the defense out, create a one-on-one opportunity, but they were equal to the challenge.
Yeah, and that's a play the receiver would love to have back. It looked for a second like he might be able to break that tackle and score a touchdown. Just wasn't able to get it done.
You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. He's going to take a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tennessee.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down for this offense. Hold it, finds his man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Unloads quickly. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup, so which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Give to the running back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. He's got the back in the middle. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it a receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. You could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
The give to the tailback. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Never a doubt. There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The give to the lone running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. And it's picked off. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Volunteer! PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Back to throw, it's Lagway. It's complete on the right side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw for it. Caught on the outside, it's Wilson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got it on the outside. It's Johnson. And he'll step across the sideline after making a good gain on that one.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try to pick up some positive yards.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. End off from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown ball. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Dropping back, it's Lagway. He finds his man. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. They go to the ground. Jukes his way for more. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. And they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Volunteers want to move quickly. He wants to throw here on second down. He'll pull it down. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Reads it, fires complete. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. On the move at the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Lagway. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll go right back to the run. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers.
Tennessee, 28. Florida, 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. He uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
And saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Gators in the hurry-up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking to pass, it's Lagway. They're working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gators look to keep this drive humming.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He looks that one in nicely. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Looking to throw it again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Sends two wideouts right, two to the left on 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Dances away. He'll let one go down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the Volunteers get it past the sticks.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Movement here from the tight end. Gonna run it. It's Sampson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.